Hey, welcome to the heart of the storm. We got the Storms boys in the house right here. I'm Jason. I'm
I'm
joined by
Kelly.
the great Kelly Storms, young ginger on that beat, if you will. And this is episode one of our little podcast thing that we're doing. A little bit about myself. I work in sport marketing, went to undergrad at the Butler University, Go Dogs, here in Indiana. But yeah, I've grown up with a little bit of sports experience, but mainly just watching this kid right here go to town and hoops and football wherever he plays. So yeah, I love the game from there, and I want to throw it to my brother.
I'm Kelly. Grew up playing a lot of sports. I'm still lucky enough to be playing football at a small school in Minnesota called McAllister. And yes, a reason we wanted to start this podcast is just to keep talking sports and um,
Keep talking to each other too, you
yeah,
know? Like,
yeah. I want to hear another opinion. Sometimes I feel like at college there's not many people with too much ball knowledge, so
true.
it's good to connect back with my brother and see what he has to say about some things.
Yeah, we'll see if we have ball knowledge here. We got March Madness coming up.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of opinions are going to be dropping soon. But, dude, when I think of March Madness, I just think of so many fun memories surrounding the game, watching the game, and for me, being able to work some of those games. But I want to throw it to you. What's one of your favorite March Madness moments? Or if you have a few, we can go back and forth.
Yeah, I have three big ones that I remember mostly. 2016, I think, was the first year I filled out a bracket. I didn't know anything. And lucky enough, I did pick the winner. I picked Villanova to win it. And
Mhm.
that was probably the most classic game in March Madness history on the buzzer beater.
Chris Jenkins.
Yeah, so I think that was my introduction to what the tournament was all about and just the fun stuff surrounding it.
Dude,
How
yeah.
you-
Yeah, I mean, I wrote down 2016 shot. Feel like we were in our living room. I just remember looking at the TV, watching that crazy shot go in, not even really registering that that was probably the greatest shot that I've ever seen.
Yeah. And it was this sequence of events because I think right before that, Marcus Teague or Marcus Page hit like a crazy kind of a Valentine shot. Like, why did he shoot this? But it
Yeah.
wasn't, so it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Michael Jordan was in attendance, and then for that buzzer beater to happen. And I guess the kid's mom didn't even let him shoot threes growing up. So that
That's
was like
great.
one of the few threes he shot in his career, and it happened to be one of the loudest of all time.
Yeah, let's go. I think I found that guy on Instagram. He's only got a couple of thousand followers, so
Really?
yeah, I don't know. He's trying to cash in on his NIL after NIL happened. So
You think he made some good money off that,
I
even
think
though
he
it
made.
wasn't in the time of NIL?
I don't think he made too much, but I'm sure he got a lot of pictures, a lot of autographs
Yeah,
out, stuff
I
like that.
wouldn't trade that for anything, man.
Yeah, and also you hit the greatest shot ever. You probably got a trophy in your house. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Another game winner I remember. I was watching with dad. We saw Jordan Poole hit a crazy game winner versus Houston. So
Mm.
Houston was up 2 points, maybe like 3 seconds left in the game, and they're shooting free throws. The Houston player misses both free throws. Michigan gets a rebound, calls timeout, throws it up there. Bang, Michigan moves on. And
Yeah,
it was funny because like this was a time when the Warriors were picking at the end of the draft, most like year in and year out, and I wasn't familiar with any of these guys. But when we picked Jordan Poole, I was like, oh, shit! Like I just watched this dude hit a game winner. Like this is gonna be pretty fun. And then he turns out to help us win the 2022 championship, and so that was like a cool full circle moment.
oh yeah, totally. What do you do if you're the Houston player or I forget what team who missed two free throws? What do you do if you're him, bro?
Ah, I
That's
don't
gotta
know,
be
man.
brutal.
That would be rough.
That'd be brutal. No, one part of March Madness I'm excited for you to experience is like watching it with your guys. You got 5 or 6 TVs in one room. Those are some of my favorite memories. Going to my guy's house. We all got like money. We're all in a money league together, so to speak, or a money bracket thing. So there's emotions. There's stuff on the line, but it's a lot of fun just watching people win or lose a bunch of money or don't. Um, yeah.
You throwing in any money this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a few leagues. I got a work league that I think it's just a $15 buy-in, and then the winner
What do you
takes.
think will win if you get first place?
Last year I think someone got like a few $100.
Man,
It's like sizable. I mean, I don't know how many people are playing in it this year. I still got to submit my bracket for that one, honestly. But then I'm in another league with some of my guys, also for like 10 or $15. But that's more like I think there's like five of us. The winner's gonna get Like,
I mean, that's winnable though.
yeah, it's winnable. It's more winnable for sure. Are you in
It'll be money.
any leagues this year?
Nah, I'm in a few leagues, but like no money ones.
All
But
dog mascots.
The last memory I wanted to touch on was
2018, I believe Auburn had a crazy run. I picked them to go all the way. They were a 5 seed.
Hmm.
They ended up going into the Final Four, but throughout this run, I was a big fan of Bryce Brown, just a random three-point shooter. He reminded me of Klay Thompson a lot. He had 19 three-pointers in the 5 games that he was able to play in, and this was an Auburn team that really no one knew of. They only played 7 guys. Chuma Okeke was the only notable NBA guy on that team, but he got hurt in the Elite Eight in their win against North Carolina. And so the cool thing about this Auburn team was they beat like 3 blue bloods. They beat Kentucky with Tyler Hero, Keldon Johnson, Nick Richards, PJ Washington, and Emmanuel Quickly. They beat North Carolina with Kobe White and Cam Johnson.
Hmm.
And then they beat Kansas also.
Damn.
So it was like this Cinderella run. And unfortunately, in the Final Four, they were up 2 points against Virginia, who ended up being the national championship or the champion. And with .7 seconds left, they foul Kyle Guy on a 3-pointer. He makes
Yeah.
all 3.
I remember that one.
And Virginia goes on to win by 1 point.
Hmm.
But it was cool to see Ty Jerome and Kyle Guy and DeAndre Hunter. It's DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, Virginia.
But yeah.
No, definitely speaking of Final Four, Elite Eight, I think I'll end my favorite memories by talking about my volunteer work with them. So since I am an indie, I get lucky enough to work some of the games. I'm like flipping burgers, so to speak, for this, but it is really cool. The last time I worked it, I got to see 2 games pretty much courtside. It was UK, Tennessee, I believe, and then Houston, Purdue. And if you remember, I think Houston won that game off of a like kind of a trick play where some dude threw it on Braden Smith's back and then took it to the can. One of the best teams I've seen play, and I mean I'm predicting a little bit here, but I think they have a really good shot. Kelvin Sampson, I believe, is the coach for Houston. He might be my favorite coach in college hoops right now. Just watching him play courtside, one of the craziest experiences. And I was right next to a Purdue fan, so that was tough.
All right. Yeah, you want to fill out a bracket and see what we think?
Yeah, let's fill out a bracket. Don't take this as advice to fill out your own, or you can.
Let's start with the right. Everyone starts with the left, but we'll start with the right.
Yeah, start with the right. All right. Hey, fins up. We're going Arizona here.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have seen that. That's shout out Long Island, man.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever touch
One
that.
of the newest eligibility teams, I think.
Really? That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that is cool. All right,
Villanova, Utah State. I have no idea about these 2 teams. I think I took Utah State in my main bracket, but Villanova's Villanova. What do you think?
I mean, Nova's been kind of, for the Big East's sake, they've been like mediocre, but that's still a pretty solid team. They're technically a blue blood, not as much now, but this game could go either way. I'm letting you make that call.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Villanova the benefit of the doubt. They're too big of a I don't know.
Of a brand.
Yeah, to lose
Sure,
this game.
Yeah. All right. So Wisconsin High Point. I feel like I've heard a lot of people talking about this game. For me, I believe Greg Gard is the coach at Wisconsin. Let me look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's another guy I saw play. He was awesome. Went in on a press conference with him. He was, just like a solid dude. Wisconsin, I feel like always makes it far every year. Shout out Frank the Tank a while ago.
Yeah,
For me, I feel like it's Wisco. Yeah.
All right, Arkansas, Hawaii. I don't know anyone on Hawaii, but I know Darius Acuff's on a roll, so that's pretty short and simple. They're gonna win the game.
We got an interesting BYU team who doesn't know how to finish games, I feel like. And I don't watch them that much. I know DeBance is tough, but I know this team has not been able to close or come back from. They let big deficits happen early on. This could be a 6-11 upset, but I'm going to choose BYU here. I would choose BYU here.
Yeah, I was about to say there's no way BYU's losing to Texas.
No.
Gonzaga, Kennesaw State. Yeah, Mark Few's not losing this game. Gonzaga's winning.
Shout out Lucas Stallone.
Shout out.
All right, we got Miami and Missouri. I I feel like I heard something where Missouri's going to be playing close to home, or like at least this area is playing in St. Louis potentially. So that could, I mean, yeah, look it up. I'm not 100% sure, but like you said, it looks like it's a pretty even split. I can't say I know that much ball, but I could see this being an upset here. With is this the first upset we've chosen? Mizzou
Yeah,
over
might
Purdue.
be.
I think this is a good place to go.
Yeah, solid. Purdue and Queens. Let's just go Purdue. Let's not look too deep
Yeah,
into it.
FDU's not in the tournament this year. They might be shaking in their boots if they were a while ago. Hopefully Purdue wins this first game. You never know though. It's Purdue.
Yeah, you never know. You want to go on the left side, Duke and Siena?
Yeah, sorry, Sienna. It's tough.
Yeah.
Shout out our old babysitter, Sienna.
Yeah. Also, one of my boys used to play on Siena, but he transferred out last year.
Damn.
That would have been fun to say you played against Cam Boozer and
True.
those guys, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next life.
Yeah. Does he have any more eligibility?
No, I think he's done.
That's tough. All right. You got Ohio State TCU.
Ohio State, TCU. I'm just gonna go Ohio State. I don't really like TCU.
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah, let's just go Ohio State.
Yeah. And then looking at this, looking at this side of the bracket, there's so many big names, big brands. I like North. I know nothing about Northern Iowa, but I do know that
I've
St.
heard
John.
some good things about him.
Okay. Well, you've heard some good things. That's what's up.
Whatever you think.
I've seen St. John's bully the Bulldogs for 4 or 5 years now, and Patino's a great coach, so I think they're going.
Kansas for California Baptist.
Shout
I think California Baptist is on a heater right now.
Yeah.
Kansas has been a little questionable. They're looking like a different team every game.
I've heard this team might be worse with DP on the court than them off, but it is
It might
the
be.
best freshman in college.
I would rather have DP on the court than not, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
we're going California Baptist, baby.
Okay. Hey, shout out California Baptist. Sorry if you're a Jays fan. All right. Louisville versus South Florida. I mean, I can't say I know much about this matchup. Give me South Florida though.
Oh shoot. You
Let's
go.
go.
I don't know anything about this matchup, but give me the 11
Hey,
seed.
check the preview. What's the split looking like? I feel like this is an upset one. People like South Florida a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty close. Michael Brown's also out. The
Yeah.
potential top 6 pick on Louisville.
For Louisville. All right,
But-
cool.
At the same time, they are playing a lot better without him.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
I think
something to note. And we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes.
Michigan State's not losing in the first round.
No, they're not.
I also want to talk about this next game. If
Yep.
UCLA loses, I'll go to a JUCO. I'll drop out of McAllister College and go to a JUCO. They're not losing this game.
You're that confident. Hey, Donovan Dent.
You can clip that. Donovan Dent, Sky Clark. They got a deep backcourt with a lot of experience. They're not losing this game. And yeah, I'm going to JUCO if they lose this game.
All right. Let's see you at last chance to you then.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, honestly, like if there's any 15 seed to beat a 2 seed, it would be Furman, but that's not happening here. UConn is just so tough, bro.
I have heard some good things about Furman also, but it is unfortunate they're playing against, what is it, Dan Hurley? Bob Hurley?
Dan Hurley.
Dan
Yeah.
Hurley. And they got Caravan, Solo Ball, Braylon Mullins. They got a good squad.
Their whole team's loaded.
All right, let's go bottom right. Michigan, Howard. Yeah, let's
Let's
go to the next one.
Dude, honestly, yeah, Georgia, SLU. I think a lot of people will choose SLU for this one just because Robbie Avila, and I'm one of them. He's a big dog. He's a interesting build type. He's got the glasses. You got to respect the specs a little bit. But this dude is made to be like the next like really likable guy in March. I don't know if he's a NBA guy, but I know SLU's a good team, and I think they could pull off the 8-9.
Yeah, I looked at their schedule. They're blowing out a lot of no-name teams. They also did beat Santa Clara, but their schedule was a little fraudulent.
Yeah, I mean it's the A10, right?
That's all I can see.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. People also are picking Georgia to go on a big run, but we'll see about that on the 19th, man. Texas Tech, Akron. Sucks that JT Toppin's hurt, but Christian Anderson can still easily carry Texas Tech to a win against this team. And
I think in this tournament he's gonna solidify himself as maybe a late lottery pick, but for sure a 15 to 20s guy. And yeah, he's not losing this game.
I've heard a lot of things about Hofstra, but yeah, I don't know if those things are good or bad. I'm just gonna choose Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm not. All right, let's see.
You see Alabama's like starting point guard or starting shooting guard?
No, what is that? Or what
He
is
got
it?
yeah, we can talk about it another time. But
All right, all right.
I don't know. I think he's questionable for the first game. Let's just say he had some stuff in his dorm that he shouldn't have had
That's
to the amount that he did.
that's tough.
But I guess it's for personal use, and I guess he just chills out and plays some video games when he uses it.
And that's cool.
Yeah. Tennessee versus yeah, whatever. Let's go this team. Whatever.
Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
We want the 31-1 team to win.
Are they playing today?
What?
Is Miami Ohio playing today? Because
Yeah, they play today. And honestly, I think they'll lose. But I do think it could be a good popular 11-6 upset, whoever wins that game, to beat Tennessee. I know nothing about Tennessee.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Speaking of Cal guy a while ago, I think this one's pretty chalk. Me saying that Wright State's going to win now, but I'm going to choose Virginia.
Yeah. Kentucky, Santa Clara. I've seen Kentucky play a few times. Their best player is pretty limited offensively. He doesn't really have a three-point jumper. Santa Clara's been on a heater all year, but I'm going to give the kid the benefit of the doubt and say Kentucky moves on.
True. Maybe, yeah, they could win a game. I saw them play versus Florida. They lost by a good amount, but it was Florida, All right, something's going on in South Am East. Iowa State. Let's go. Shout out the train in the background that you can probably hear.
That's tough. All right, let's go Florida versus PV/Lehigh. Let's just go Florida and maybe talk about the next team.
All right, this one's for one of my boys, Matty Diedrich. Big fan of Bennett Sturts. A little white point guard type. Good crafty. Let's give it to the Hawkeyes.
A lot of people are questioning them because they only have a few out of conference wins, and people are saying they should be at least at most a 13 seed, maybe even lower than that.
Hey, who knows? They play really slow basketball, just like
Yeah,
they do.
but I mean, also if you have a guy like Sturts, you can't be losing to Clemson.
No, Sturts is too much.
He's not losing that game.
Yes, hey, Sturts got to put himself in the lottery.
Vandy McNeese, another game. Well, I will bet everything I have that Vanderbilt wins this game. Tyler Tanner's that guy. He's going to show you guys this tournament that he can play at the next level. And it's an exciting team that I think could go on a big run. And McNeese, they got that dude who walks out with them. That dude's a cornball. He needs to retire, and he needs to go back to being a janitor. So Vanderbilt
he does not play on the court. But shout out my student managers out there.
Yeah.
I guess he's earning his bag. Yeah. Hey, if Vandy loses, you're going to go to a NCCAA school.
Yeah.
National Christian Colleges of America. All right. Nebraska-Troy. I have heard some inklings that Troy could upset Nebraska here. And I feel like we've gone a whole lot of chalk. I do like Nebraska when they had that. What was the dude that was Asian Steph Curry?
Oh.
Because that guy was fun to watch. But
Yeah.
I don't think they performed that well. Nebraska has not had a March Madness win yet. Let's see. Hey, they beat Wisconsin by a lot. I feel like they win big. You know what? I'm going to choose Nebraska here. I want to pick Troy. Shout out one of my coworkers, Alex, to Troy, but we're going to go with the Cornhuskers here. Get their first win.
North Carolina, VCU. I'm not sure if Caleb Wilson's playing.
He's not playing. He's out for the season.
He's out. Yeah, he's out for the tournament. And that's why we're going VCU.
Yep. Glad you chose that because I really wanted you to pick that one too. All right. Shout out Fran McCaffrey at Penn, former Iowa coach, but Illinois is really good this year. I don't think they're losing.
Yeah, I agree with you. St. Mary's is winning.
Yep. And let's be quick. Sorry to Houston.
All right, let's go back top right.
Mm-hmm.
We got Arizona, Villanova. Let's go Arizona.
Yep.
They got a lot of youth on their team, but they'll be able to manage against this washed blue blood. And yeah, what do you think about the next game, Wisconsin, Arkansas?
Yeah, as much as I like Wisconsin, I'm gonna go with your guy at Arkansas. So
Ooh, that's gonna be a good game if that happens.
it's gonna be a really good game.
BYU Gonzaga. I'm saying this now. I'll say it again later. AJ Devance is gonna go on a run this year, and He's gonna be one of those guys that we remember for this tournament. He's not gonna back down like maybe some of these former guys like Cade Cunningham. He's gonna solidify himself in this NBA draft by showing what he can do and going on a run in March Madness.
Mm-hmm. And I hope he does. Hey, do you think if he's the best player in the tournament, does he play himself into the number one overall pick over, some DP? I know there's like
Yeah.
honestly a whole lot of blockage at the three, so like at the
He,
top
he,
three.
he very well could. I think they're not that far apart where if a team like the Utah Jazz gets a first overall pick, they probably won't pick AJ Debinca just based on positional needs. That's where they'll go Darren Peterson. But I think the majority of the teams besides the Jazz and like the Pacers, if they get the first overall pick and they see AJ put on a show this March, he very well could be that guy.
Who says no? All right, I really want to pick Missouri here because I just don't trust Purdue in March, but their team,
Hey.
Purdue, yeah.
Why not then? What do you think?
I think it would be really embarrassing if Purdue lost in the second round.
Yeah.
Their team is so good, and they honestly just won the Big Ten tournament. I think this team the Boilermakers are heating up at the right time. I really want to trust Mizzou. This is like, I will say, like, come back to this. If Mizzou wins, that it is set up for them to win this game, I think. But I'm going to go with Purdue.
All right, let's go.
Be a little boring.
No, that's fine. Where do we go next?
Go top left.
All right, Duke, Ohio State. Duke's winning this game.
Yep. Sorry, California, St. John's, Johnny's for winning this one for sure.
Ooh, okay. South Florida, Michigan State. I'm gonna go Michigan State. They're well coached. They got a good foundation of players. They're not losing to South Florida.
Now I'm going to give a big fuck you to UConn for all the years that they've dogged on Butler. CLA's winning this game.
I love that. I love that pick. They're a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bottom right. You want to go first game?
Yeah, sure. I really like SLU here, but it's Michigan, bro. That's tough not to choose the one seed right now.
Texas Tech, Alabama. I hope Aiden Holloway does come back for this game because it'll be a fun backcourt duo. And to see LeBaron Philon play against Christian Anderson will definitely get a lot of people going. So I think the backcourt in Alabama takes over against Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm. All right. I wish that it was less chalk than this, but it's chalk. It's Virginia.
Hey, I don't know anything about Iowa State, but I feel something with Kentucky. I feel like they're gonna get lucky and win this game. So let's put them up.
We'll see. I've known some Kentucky fans that aren't too high on their team, but anyway. All right, we got Florida, Iowa here. It's still Florida, bro. I think what's the small forward? I got to look up. It's like Thomas something,
Thomas
right?
Haw.
Yeah, Thomas Haw is so good. Like when I saw him play, he didn't like literally when he shot a three, all his threes, like I swear they didn't hit the rim. They were just straight butter. So straight butter ball turkey,
All right, next game, Vandy, Nebraska. I don't know too much about Nebraska, but I know a lot about Vandy. They're not losing this game. Let's go Vandy.
We got VCU, Illinois. Tough run for VCU. I'm gonna choose the Illinois Fighting Illini.
That's a good pick. In my personal bracket, I have St. Mary's beating Houston. Talking to a lot of people, that sounds pretty crazy, and that's why I might go Houston in this one.
Right on.
All right.
So I was talking to one of my coworkers who went to Duke. He's a little older, so he went to Duke a while ago before they were actually like cracked at basketball.
Yeah.
And he said this team this year was going to be one of the best if they didn't have all the injuries that have happened to their team. I'm going to choose the first one seed to fall is going to be Duke. I think St. John's moving on here.
It's a nice pick. Let's go down to Michigan State, UCLA. Let's go UCLA. Why not, huh?
Why not? Big runs here.
Get to the Elite Eight, and they have potential to maybe even upset St. John's and move on to the Final Four.
True. All right, yeah, looking at the top right here, I know you live Arkansas. I just know Arizona is very cracked. Let's check the preview on this one because this is probably pretty popular. 1-4 matchup. I mean, it's really hard. I find it really hard to not choose Arizona, and I'm going to choose them here. Unfortunately, one of our guys at Arkansas, that'll be the end. But I think what's his name? I think because he's an NBA guy or NBA.
Darius Acuff. He's going to be a top 8 or so pick for sure. But those small guards in these tournaments, I don't think they have the willpower to really push their team over the edge and be insane number one teams like AJ DeBanza does.
Yep, down goes Purdue. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They're not. I could say that they're not gonna win and they can win, but I really don't think Purdue is gonna win. Got Michigan, Bama. Let's just get Michigan in here. I know Bama's good. I feel like they're a volatile team.
I don't know. I think Michigan wants it. They got Yax. He's like 24.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
not
bro.
gonna, he's not gonna want to use this year, stay in college, and not to win a national championship.
Nah, he's trying to post that on LinkedIn too.
Yeah. So we got Virginia, Kentucky. Virginia's been balling all year. Kentucky's not playing as good. Part of that is due to Jaden Quaintance being out, but I think we go Virginia here, and we'll see how that matchup in the Final Four goes against Michigan.
And hey, what a run for Kentucky. Definitely
Yeah.
a lot longer than what fans think.
Yeah.
All right, this is a really interesting matchup here. Florida versus Vanderbilt. I think this could go either way. I might just be boring and pick what I think might be a top three team in the nation. In
Yeah.
Florida.
You've seen him play live. I'll
They're-
give you the benefit of the doubt.
Their defense is so good, and like that's what wins you championships. Honestly,
Yeah. I'm gonna go Illinois here. They got a promising freshman, Keaton Wagler. They also got Andre Stojakovic and what's the point guard's name?
it's like the Europe. I mean, their
He's
whole
been
starting
here
lineup
for a
is
minute.
European. So
Yeah, I don't know. I like them. I feel like they got a lot of depth. They got yeah, I don't know. I like Illinois.
let's do it. All right. So we got St. John's, UCLA. St. John's is so good, but let's go with the UCLA
Why
magical
not?
run. Why not them?
Arizona BYU, that was one of the best games of college so far. Went down to the wire. But I think this is a game where Koa Pete plays like he's been doing recently. He goes maybe 1 for 13. AJ DeBanza dominates that matchup. And maybe the spotlight's too bright for a guy like Braden Burries, another freshman in their starting lineup. So obviously it would be pretty crazy, but I love AJ, man. And that would be cool to see 7 and 6 seeds move on to the Final Four.
Yeah, if you flip them around, it's a funny number. All right, we got Michigan, Virginia. I think there's been too many one seeds out. I think Michigan makes it in.
Yeah, I like
Just be
that.
there. Yeah.
Florida, Illinois. Oh,
This is a tough one.
this is a game where Xavier Lee fades away. This is a game where Thomas Ha and Alex Condon aren't producing anything.
Okay.
And Illinois comes away with a dub.
All right. What's
Now,
our final four? 7-3-6-1. I love it.
Why not?
All
man?
right.
What team? What game do you want to take?
I'll let you take the UCLA one. I'll take the BYU Michigan one.
Yeah.
Um,
UCLA, Illinois. I think this is going to be the best game of the tournament because it's definitely going to come down to this game in the Final Four for sure. And I've been riding Illinois this whole time. Same with UCLA, but they're a 3 seed and one team's a 7 seed, so why not just by the eye test? Let's give the 3 seed the benefit of the doubt.
damn, I was hoping you'd take UCLA there because my pick's gonna be boring. You've been glazing BYU. I think they're getting out in like the first 2 rounds. We're going Michigan, bro. But I would love to see a run for BYU in the finals.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear your champion.
Illinois, Michigan finals. I'll say what I think. You say what you think. If Michigan gets it this far, they're not losing. Respectfully, Axel is gonna dominate. Their front court's gonna straight up dominate. Lee Kiddo might not, but they got enough pieces around, and they got to get enough core to, hide them in some ways. So, I personally would go Michigan if I had to guess how many total points would be scored.
Yeah.
I would guess it would be maybe low 60s, and I would say Michigan wins like 68-58, so that's around like 126, something like that.
Yeah, that's a low scoring game, but it's college hoops and that could happen, I was also going to say Michigan. I was trying to look up some stats right now on the spot to see. But no, I mean this team is so good. Like they're here for a reason, They get boards really well. They block a lot of shots. Fourth in the nation in blocks per game. They shoot the ball really well. They're maybe not the three as much, but definitely just a team that can get inside and dominate. So I feel like the fundamentals are what win you uh, basketball on the highest level. You're right. The Yoxel wants this one.
Yeah, look, when fans pick this outcome in the national championship, it looked like Michigan flat out dominates this.
Hmm.
And also, what's also notable is they recently played each other February 27th, and Michigan gave them a little 14-point spanking. So
Yeah. So
let's go
it
Michigan.
repeats itself.
You got any preference on the points? What do you think?
You got it.
Um, you were saying a little more high scoring, so like in the
But
70s or what, 80s?
yeah, probably 70s. Honestly, maybe high 70s.
Okay,
Um,
let's go a little 141
41.
with that bracket. Yeah, so now that's done. Anything else you want to talk about? Any other things for the fans that maybe what this podcast will be about? Just because it won't be just strictly hoops and sports all the time.
Yeah, so I think one of my favorite things about my brother and I's relationship is that we love the would you rathers. We love the random
Yeah.
shooting the shit. So I got a would you rather plan for this. And I also got a few other random segments that I feel like whatever's on our minds, like
Yeah.
just chucking it out there, whatever's new, whatever's in the culture. And one thing to start out, we're both Giants fans. We're both from the San Francisco Bay Area. Have you seen the Giants' new uniforms?
I did. I actually took a screenshot of them today because maybe I would display them on the podcast. What is it like the Gigante, something like that?
Got this? Yeah, those are so clean.
I like the concept for sure. The design, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big fan of yet. I got to see them. I got to see them on a Friday night game at Oracle Park, and then I'll decide. What about you?
Yeah, so they said that they're going to be displaying them. They're going to have like Saturday night fiesta nights, so they
Ooh.
will be exclusively worn then on those dates. But I'm just excited to see some of the international guys. You know, you got
Yeah.
Ramos, you got
Arrays.
Arias, you got Devers. You know, I mean, I was going to ask you which international player are you most excited to see this season for the Giants?
For the Giants, I've always been a big Luis Arraez guy on the Padres. Just that, 1-2 batter who makes contact. I want to see how he plays in this ballpark. See if the wind and everything like that can translate to maybe more extra base hits, stuff like that. And then I'm also excited to see how Randy Rodriguez plays and, kind of a prove it year. See if last year was really what he was like. And we'll see how his production is in the bullpen. What about you?
Yeah, dude, yeah. On Arias's part, you see him in the World Baseball Classic. That guy put up 2 bombs in a game. I don't, like that's just not his skill
Yeah.
set. But
And he
I hope
doesn't strike out.
he doesn't strike out. But hopefully he'll hit bombs like that for us. I think two guys I'm excited to see that are different from yours are Devers, seeing if he can really put in like a 30 home run, a true 30 home run season. We are paying him like the guy that he is, and I think he could totally be that. And then Willie too. If you're talking about prove it, I mean, it's not like Willie has much to prove, but he really did have a great season last year, Willie Adames, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him, in the middle of the infield cooking for us.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so another thing that I was thinking about, it's like summer's almost on the way, and I was just reminiscing on my favorite summers of all time. What is your favorite summer year of all time to memory?
Favorite summer year? I don't know if I know the exact year,
Mm-hmm. It
but
can be like whatever grade.
I think 2022 summer was pretty good. Warriors won a championship to start it out. I decided to play football, so that year was kind of filled with new memories, new excitement of playing a new sport. Weather's always good in California. And yeah, I just remember being a summer, like going into sophomore year of high school. You're not really thinking about, college, jobs, stuff like that. You're kind of just living in the moment, playing video games with your boys, and just kind of always outside. So that was probably the most fun summer I've had recently. What about you?
Yeah, so I couldn't decide between two of them. I'll go with 2016, the OG. I feel like that was just filled with like long walks, listening to the Migos.
Yeah.
You got 2016 Drake too. That was kind of top tier at the time. Um,
You also did get that Game 7 LeBron, though.
you
So,
did, and that is tough. That was like the one asterisk on it. I mean, for other people, it's probably the greatest thing they've ever watched. But I think my other answer would be last year's summer, 2025. For me, that was my senior year of college, and every day was like you're hanging out with your boys outside. you're grilling outside, have the people over, going to concerts, went to a Cage the Elephant concert. That was super fun. And just spending the night and the day, honestly, outside was so fun. You're only senior in college once. You have no responsibilities.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So that'd be probably mine. And then I got a would you rather. I mentioned this earlier. I got a would you rather for you. All right. So for some reason, I was thinking about summer. I was thinking about the pool. And one thing I don't like about pools are the 24-hour wave pools and the lazy river because it's filled with bacteria. I feel like it's filled with some people who don't like to swim that just are like
Yeah.
beached whale almost. So, would you rather spend 24 hours stuck in the middle of a 24-hour wave pool, the things that just go like this and it's a bunch of like people just floating around, or would you spend 24 hours in a lazy river?
I mean, 24 hours in a lazy river, that's gonna get boring. That's gonna be like sitting in a classroom with Miss Holtzhauser on like the second hour, but like prolonged. And then 24-hour in a wave pool is like when I get to hours 18, dude, that's like I just fell off the Titanic and I'm like struggling for my whole life to like even just take a breath. But yeah, anything with water and long time where I'm having to, exert a lot of energy, that's an easy pass. So I'll go lazy river, chill with the grandpas floating, just snoring. But that'll definitely be a long 24 hours.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to go too. All right, let's end the pod. What's one thing you're most excited for this week?
This week, I think I'm honestly most excited for tomorrow. Maybe get a little workout in the morning, get some breakfast in, and honestly just head back to the dorm, turn on some hoops, and see how my brackets are doing. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I got work tomorrow, but we got a TV in our office. I hope we can get some games going on there. Hey, we're still working. I'll still work as hard as I can.
Yeah.
But can't say there
I'll
won't
let
be.
your manager see this.
Nah, my manager's coming back too tomorrow. He's coming back from Japan. So welcome back, Max. When you come back, I'm excited to see you.
That's tough.
Let's get some work.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for tuning into the pod. I hope you can stick around for another one or another few. It's just two brothers chopping it up. I've been Jason.
Hey, if you see this, just hit the like button, come on now.
Come on now.
You're not watching 40 minutes for nothing, just like it. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Peace.